Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and friends beyond the binary, hello and welcome. My name's Kristie. This is the art stream. It's the stream where I do art. It's my favorite fucking thing I do. I am super excited to be here doing art today. We're going to get into that here in a second. I want to talk about that music real quick, speaking of art. It's been a while since I've had something to say about the music that I start the stream with. I've just been using Chikara themes and stuff. But I saw this track posted by someone I follow on Mastodon that was Joy CE with I Need to See. It's a track they just finished. They were quite happy with it. I was very happy with it too, and I asked if I could use it. They very kindly said yes. I'm not a music scholar by any means. So I can't like break it apart. I just really like it. I hope that you liked it too. If you want to hear more music like this, you can see on there where you can find that. It's at soundcloud.com, she says, typing it into the stream chat while she says it, /compact-joy. And their collaborator Beatrix is bandcamp.com. Those are correct, right? Yes. And you could follow them on Mastodon. I know we have a bunch of Macedonians in here. They are, Joy is at Pandora Parrot at beach.city, and Beatrix is at coda@beach.city. I feel like I probably should have asked if I could do that before I did that. I'm sure it's fine. Or I'm going to get told off. Either way. So let's get into the art, shall we? I'm very excited. It is easier to ask for forgiveness, but I would rather ask for permission just because I'm a nice person. Let's turn on this other music. And see how that goes. We're going to get into Passepartout, the Starving Artist. Graphics quality bien, because I can't get it to show up if it's on any more strenuous. It's a great game. It has some problems playing nice with OBS. Excuse me. So, if you've not seen one of these before, we're going to be just jumping into the endless mode of Passepartout. I'm going to be taking suggestions from the chat, just anything I see, anything you want me to see. Would rather not spend all day drawing Waluigi's and Frank Reynolds's. But, I don't know. We'll come up with something, I'm sure. So, I'm sorry, I forgot the, whole gimmick. So, I'm going to be doing this for a little while, for about an hour and a half. And after that, we'll take whatever we thought the most interesting painting is, and I'll draw it in real. On a for real canvas, like you do. So, if anyone has any suggestions, speak now. While I keep drawing this punk-ass rubber duck. Cat pirate sounds good. Man, you got some effed up feet. Maybe I shouldn't judge, but... here, we'll just... No, it's fine, love. We'll just get this little... We'll just cut this off right here. That's just fine. Just fine. How about this right here for an eyeball? Yeah, there you go. You stopped looking like a duck a little while ago in the face. The body's duck, but face stopped looking duck. You just kind of look like you have a big nose. There's no an eye on there? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's trash that. Cat pirate. I think for cat pirate we have to start with blue, right? It's the open ocean. The wild and wonderful sea upon which so many things can happen. Then there's a stroke of brown here, and this is going to be our pirate boat. Maybe you call it a ship. I'm told that there's a difference between a ship and a boat. I don't know what the hell it is. I will never not adore the artist avatar just rocking wildly when you broad stroke the canvas. Yeah, Passepartout is, I'm told that's the, like, canon name of the character. It's pretty excitable. Oh, speaking of cannons, let's get some cannons in here. No, actually, hang on. First, I gotta do this. No, that's wrong, isn't it? Yeah, this is too far. This is too close. No, it's fine. A ship is a type of boat. I believe you? I still don't know why one is a thing and the other isn't a thing. Like, it's like squares and rectangles and rhombuses, right? I understand that not all squares are rectangles, and I pretend to know the difference. I'm just gonna do that real quick. Maybe go do that real quick. Maybe bring it further down, do that real quick. Ships are large and involve a lot more fan fiction. That's an awful joke. I feel like some ships are small. I'm literally running a naval campaign for my tabletop group, and I have no idea the exact difference. I mean, I don't feel you have to know the difference to be able to pilot one, right? You just got to make sure you know how to make the things go. You know, mizzen masts and what all? I'm very nautical. Can you tell? I've spent so much of my time on the open sea, me. I know all about this kind of stuff. I know I've never even drunk Starboard. I'll happily steal that joke. Ships are oceanic and equipped for long duration stays. Boats are just the superset. Hey, Alma. I appreciate this information. That's the mast, Randy. Oh shit, I didn't bring up the sound. I didn't bring up the soundboard. You can't go shipping on a dinghy. I imagine it'd be difficult. I feel like you could. It would be very bad. You might die, but you could give it a shot. I was about to say, I feel like you hear stories about that, about people just, like, accidentally shipping themselves on a, like, tiny boat for a long time because their real boat sank and it was a problem. But then I think those might just be cartoons. Nautical by Nature, a fantastic band. I'm just gonna... We're getting the important stuff into the pirate ship first, which is to say the cannons. And, you know, the boat. Let's grab a lighter blue for the sky up here. Just kind of do this for some waves. Have some white to make some sea foam. I went a little too far in over here. And then how are we gonna draw a cat pirate from here? It's gonna have to be big, right? Because what we're seeing is the close-up, so we're probably not gonna see cat pirate above, like, maybe just above the waist. So we're gonna be very close. How close do I want to be? About here? I mean, we definitely want enough. For... like, for us to be able to read the entire body, right? No, I think I've gone too far up. I think I'm gonna have to fix this, but it's too late now. I'm committed. All that work on the cannons, we're just gonna go ahead and block 2 of them. Then come up here like this, close up the top of the body. Much of the neck is a bridge too. And we... How are you standing? You're standing like at a 3/4 view to me, I think. So here's a vest. And then yeah, we've come, this is way too tall. We needed to make this smaller. Whoops. Whoops. It's okay, we can fix it. That's why I didn't color it in, because I knew I was going to F it up somehow. Just slice that pie. There we go. And... yeah, we can just draw the waves back in. It's fine. Our ship is now canon. That's a great thing about painting, is that literally anything you paint becomes canon to your painting. That's what George Lucas said, oh those so many years ago, and it's remained true to this day. If you write Star Wars on a piece of digital art you created on stream, it's technically Star Wars canon. I mean, I guess that doesn't matter now, right? Because it's Disney. Oh god. So someone on Mastodon that I follow, and I can't remember who right off the top of my head, they made a Darth Plagueis the Wise joke, and I'd never seen it written down before, and it's like, oh, it's spelled plague is. Because of course it is, because George Lucas is a fucking hack. Forget it, Jake, it's Disney now. That's so good. Yeah, okay, so that'll give us a chance to not cover up so much of the cannons, too. So we'll... there's your pants, boyo. Go get him. Then... here's where a vest lives. The vest continues off this way. Big barrel-chested, I guess you need to be, right? You're doing all that lifting and hauling of barrels. I was really trying to not say barrels twice. It just didn't happen. G-Dog made a villain named Cad Bane. He had a nuance of a shotgun full of Pomeranians. I don't know enough about Pomeranians to enjoy that aspect of the joke, but yeah. Guy just doesn't have it. Just a very... well, we should probably give you like the red and white stripes, right? The very traditional pirate look. So, let's... is that a French mercantile thing? George Lucas is the Hideo Kojima of movies. Not even wrong. The man needs a break on him. And every time he's allowed to not have a break, he shows you why he needs a break. It's like, He doesn't drive awful, but he will if you, like, don't have your foot on the side of the, like, driver's edge. None of those words work together, huh? The driver's ed, the driver's educational vehicle, the one with the extra brake on the passenger side for when you fuck up. Editors, a blessing on us all. They don't get enough credit, really. Everyone slabbers over the auteurs, right? Everyone wants to be happy with the big idea. So I think I've certainly told other people this this anecdote that isn't mine, but it's one of my favorite facts about George Lucas. Is that I heard Adam Savage of Mythbusters fame. Adam Savage was working for Industrial Light and Magic when they were working on the special effects for episode 3? Episode 3. And the word had come down to them that there was going to be a fight scene between Yoda and the Emperor. And they were like, "Ooh, what's gonna be the thing? How is this gonna be? How is Yoda gonna fight? We've never seen him fight before. He's usually been so chill." And they finally, after weeks of waiting, get the script, and they turn to the pages they're supposed to work on. And in the script, it says, "The way Yoda fights is indescribable." Didn't even fucking try. Might as well been a post-it note that said, "You fucking deal with it." Auteurs are fucking awful without a team continually saying, "No, that's stupid," right? It is like a hot air balloon. You want the right amount of ballast to keep them just grounded enough, right? Otherwise, they just drift off into the stratosphere and make some weird thing about baby faces growing out of Norman Reedus's stomach. I didn't watch that trailer. The one for, oh gosh, what is the name of that movie? Death Stranding, yeah. I did call it a movie just then. Which isn't great. I think I've doofed up your neck, bud. I think I gave you a little bit too much neck. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's fine. That's a little better. Right now is might as well be. Yeah, right now Death Stranding is just a series of short trailers about weird things happening. And also Michael Marsden is there. I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. I really doubt it will be. Yeah, also might have given you a little too much head. I knew that's how it was going to sound when I started talking, but went ahead and did it anyway. So there's that. And it's got the stripes too, just a little more diagonally. Mads Mikkelsen? Yeah, isn't he the, like, other, like, actor attached to that with Norman Reedus, Death Stranding? I know it's being directed by, Guillermo del Toro. I thought Mads Mikkelsen was, attached to it as, like, talent. That's a thing I could be wrong about. Mads Mikkelsen is the anagram of Michael Madsden. Do I mean Michael Madsden? Have I been fucking that up the entire time? I would rather be corrected if I'm wrong. So, I'm going to be honest with you. I understand that right now this looks just like a regular pirate. I understand the outline I've created doesn't have a lot of cat-like features. I want to make sure I have all the pirate-ness down before I start adding cat. Trust me, it's going to be in there. We're gonna get to cat. I think you said the latter in Metaforma. It made me realize that both names have the same sounds but rearranged, and also I've had a lot of wine. Oh, that's fair. Excuse me. Oh, I just rubbed the mic then. I'm sorry. Right, pirate first, then cat as it was meant to be. Yeah, so we've got most of the pirate down. So now I think it's time to start adding cat. First of all, we need to get rid of this, because this isn't... That was just a guideline. This is all connected. It goes straight down from the... Like it's a bare chest look. Yeah. So that's good. We also need... we're not even going to really deal with the back arm, are we? Yeah, no. How are we gonna... Like, I feel bad about it, but I kind of can't not Garfield it. Kind of can't not Garfield this. So, fuck it. Let's grab ourselves some orange and go to Garf Town. Let's grab some fill in there. Nice and easy. By Clairol. Clean and clear and under control. Get some tan in there to make sure you know their ears. Although you should know their ears. Get some stripes on there. And the ear's kind of coming off the other side. But it is there. Just orange out this whole centerpiece. So how's everyone feeling tonight? I guess Andy's all good and wind up. How are the rest of you? How are you feeling about this music? I tried a different station than I usually use on the Pretzel app, but I'm not certain how conducive it is to just being chill. You're feeling blue. Dabba-dee dabba-die. Jesus Christ. Oh, because I'm training Blue Rage. Yeah. Blue Mage, not Blue Rage. I think Blue Rage is an independent wrestler. I was about to say who's the Blue Meanie's like heel persona, but the Blue Meanie was already a heel. He was just a comedy heel, so it's, you know, fun to think about him. Right now it's very Resident Evil sewers. Hey, Xenon Fiber is hosting. I presume that means she will be in just a minute. Thank you so much for the host. Is it like Adamantium Rage? No, I was thinking of Silent Rage, which is the name of an actual wrestler. He was on one of those seasons of Tough Enough that like didn't get off the ground. Just a nice big pirate grin here. With the exactly one fang. I love the kitty ears. Thank you. I thought they were pretty good. We're just gonna left click to get some eyes on there. I just tried to hit Control Z to make that eye not look like that. Whoops, that's not a thing. Whoops. Not in Past Part 2. Can't do a Control Z. Tough Enough was the show that made Katie give up on pursuing wrestling as a career. While I think Katie would have made a great wrestler, I understand that. Tough Enough was also just a bad show. I think you need to go over that with black so you know it's... an eyelid. There you go. I didn't get a notification that you were online. I assumed you were off when you hosted. That's okay. I don't know why you wouldn't have gotten a notification. I'm pretty... it might have just been Twitch being Twitch, because sometimes Twitch just got a motherfucking Twitch, right? Notifications do get sketchy sometimes. Ah! And Xenon has subscribed for 11 months. Thank you so much. That's almost the 1 year. Which is baffling still to me a little bit. But hey, we very much appreciate it. Here's the issue, my email wasn't open. That would do it, yes. Let me give you a little kitty tummy. Kind of go down to there. Then fill in. Yeah, this is a little bit too dream stance. You're gonna see my background for just a second while I switch this music up. Oh, good. It's not the one with the boobs on it this time. This time it's the Barack Obama one. Hi, Barack. You remember when things were good for a while? Things were good for a while. That's a little better. And just grab some blue for your pants here. And how do your arms look? Your arms look, you swoop out like that? There's a lot of work to have, there's a lot of, like, color wheeling to have to try and redo if I F this up, so I'm trying to visualize before I attack. But I think it's the sleeve coming off like this. So I'm gonna need to redo the stripes so that that doesn't look weird. But the arm comes out. And then there's the... no, that's not right, is it? No, that's... no, the knuckles would come from the other way. Hang on. I'm just sitting here turning in my chair, like, moving my arms to try and get a feel for how, like, literally any body looks. That's probably good. Yeah. Except there's a guard over it. because you're holding a giant fucking cutlass. That's more of a machete. Hands, how do they work? We just don't know. Signed, every artist I know. Hands is hard work. Like, you got them there at the end of your arms, like, all day. You don't really think about them, they just kind of do stuff. I mean, they call them fingers. You don't ever really see them thing. How a cutlass do? Kind of like that, I guess? That's better. It looks like a giant straight razor, but I guess that's fine. Well, just color in your world. Get up here in the corners. And here's gonna be the guard there. You have like white kitty claws. Now your arm's orange like the rest of your fur. I guess the fact that we went pirate first and then turned it into a cat is very sort of D&D, right? Or at the very least the way I used to play D&D, where you figure out what class you want to play first and then you choose a race that kind of leans into it or leans away from it depending on like what you want to do. What I'm trying to say is I played D&D with a bunch of fucking metagamers and it's grown a lot of bad habits in me. Like my thrash metal orc band. That sounds like a pretty good band. I actually did have I had a orcish bard one time, and I say one time because we played, I think, literally one session where I was playing as them. And they probably wouldn't have done too good in, like, combat, but I was very proud of the name. They were called Magina. And I had kind of a rivalry with the person who was DMing this campaign with the way that I made names. Because I always would put in, like, unnecessary fucking apostrophes and shit and make them a little complicated on purpose. And it's like, please justify to me why the fuck you've given me another goddamn character name with 2 apostrophes in it. And it's like, they're called Magina. You know, like from Freak on a Leash. Boom bot da bomb Magina. It's absolutely one of the worst jokes I've ever made. I'm very proud of it. Just stripe you up a little bit. Yeah, exactly, like Ja'am. Everybody loves Ja'am. He's the sequel to Dogs. We're just gonna color in your backstairs here. Is that good? Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna have to go over, like, re-go over all of these outlines, but whatever. What are you gonna do? Let's use to cover up your kitty ears a little bit. Nice bold outline. another stripe up here, I think. To make it clear that this also is a stripe and not just a weird addition to the vest. There we go. I don't think cats color like this. I think cat stripes don't really do this, but whatever. Cats also aren't pirates. You gonna fucking fight me about it? Straw man that I've created. It's got a nice little stripe there too. And when we re-go over the outline, that'll look a little more like an edge. Yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that. A little bit of a divot here on the cannon, just for looks. I kind of want to draw a mast for I kind of want to draw a mast just for the meme, but I think it would muddy the drawing too much. All right, let's go this. Let's go this. High seas Garth on the high seas. What are you looking for? Oh, okay. That's pretty good, That's pretty good cat pirate. All right. What else we got? Anyone else have a suggestion? It's piratical. That's very good. Oh dear, I've made the V for Vendetta double cross. One moment. Yeah, that's fixed. Just an orc? Yeah, okay. I wanna do the back end to draw Ja'am. I'll draw Ja'am. Let's do this orc first. But after that I will do Ja'am just to see how I can make that happen. Let's just do this while we're fucking with stuff. Just give the background a little bit of a gradient, make it kind of interesting before we draw, because it's just going to be like a portrait, right? It's going to be like straight on face portrait. I might as well draw Magina. I'm not going to draw an orc with jump legs. That's too much. Well, now that I'm saying that, let's go over here. What did you look like, Ja'am? What kind of bastard? No, don't give me that. I need the... No, because if I draw an orc with Ja'am legs, I'm pretty sure I'm just drawing Ja'am. I don't know why that's stopped. Are you gonna quit stopping for me? Yeah, there you go. Twitch decided I didn't need to see the stream preview for a second. So, that's fun. It's also J-A-A-M, not J-A-apostrophe-A-M like I'd been doing. Yeah, we're gonna do one and then the other. We're gonna do the orc and then we're gonna do job. There we go. We got back there. Shouldn't have downsized my search bar. I'm certain I'm gonna come back to it. What did Magina look like? Because there's no way I'm not, after that conversation, I'm not going to draw Magina. She was... I wish I could blend colors together. I don't really have that. Yeah. I just get straight into the head here. I'll just get the bare bones parts of the body in real quick. Ooh, that's not how ears look, is it? Ears don't really look that way. Orc ears don't even really look that way. I think I doofed that up somewhere. I just gave you some sort of motorbike handle. And while I think that's a great joke, I want to, like, really want to give this a shot. That's also bad, huh? What the fuck are ears? What are they? Who let them be like this? We'll call it there. I think that's fine. It's a fantasy creature. It's a fantasy creature person. Jesus Christ. I actually am just gonna look up an orc real quick. Just any orc. Any goddamn orc. This was a bad idea, and I shouldn't have done this way. Oh, yo! Definitely should have put Safe Search on first. Yes, thank you. I would please like to turn on Safe Search. That's... okay, that's fine. No, they're just, like, a little pointy. I was, like, trying to go full merfolk for some reason. While we're on the topic of D&D, does anyone have a good table set up for it in Tabletop Simulator? That's a very good question. I haven't really looked into Tabletop Simulator. Oh yeah, that's so much better. What the fuck was this bullshit I was doing over here? The thing about it is that I do have a search history that sometimes is pointed towards NSFW orcs. I should have known better. We have all been there. We have all been to Orkton. So... you know, pale... you know, for an orc. I wish I could get a paler... like, this is the palest kind of green there is, and then we go from that to... like, this yellowy green over here, which I'm not a fan of, so we're gonna go with this, but... it should be lighter than this. Because Magina was the runt of the family, hence why she was a bard. She carried the war drums into battle. Sang beautiful songs in Orcish about how no one understood her and her family was sorry as disappointment, but she knew she was more. I might have been working through stuff, you know, like you do. Yeah, basically Marceline. You know, she's just out there on the battlefield doing the theme song to Mr. Belvedere by Leon Redbone. Just gonna slide into that. about like there. How are our frames? We've dropped a little frames. We have dropped a little frames, so if you feel you're behind, go ahead and pause and unpause the stream or refresh the page and you'll get back. There's not a lot we can do about that, and I am very sorry. I'm hearing an oh my gosh. I just hit level 10 as blue mage. Is that a high level? It doesn't sound like a high level, but I also don't play Final Fantasy, the online one, whose number I get wrong literally every time. And the Chivo you got is called Daba D. What the actual fuck? Listen, I really like Eiffel 65. I think they're a very good band that deserved more than the one-hit wonder they got. And also PlayStation and Move Your Body was on the radio for a little while. It's not called my PlayStation, it's called my console, because even though it's directly and intensely about the PlayStation brand console, they can't say that in the name. I'm just gonna give you some jet down here. Brown ass tunic. Deeper brown than that, I think. I don't know why I bothered to do outlines until I'm done, because I end up having to redo them literally every time. So we're just gonna take this and go bam, 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 and then the other side bam, bam, and bam. And circle right back over it. Bang. Bickety, bam, motherfuckers rubble. There's a lot more than I thought I was gonna put in, to be honest with you. I thought I was just gonna quick sketch it up and be done, but now we're really out here doing it. Just make some cross strings back and forth. Like the shirt details, thank you. I'm trying a little bit. Trying to decide how you looked. It's been so long since I've thought about you. I had a sketch somewhere in one of my old books, but that's gone now. So the one thing I remember is you definitely had like one like bangs over one side emo hair. Because god damn, you were sad. And I'm just gonna use some white to give that some definition, I think. Yeah, that's good. Not quite what I did on the left, more like what I did on the right. They were rectangle-y a bit. They weren't like true triangles. And let's make those a little darker just for emphasis. There we go. Get them eyes colored in. So thank you, by the way, for sticking with me on this essentially just nostalgia trip that I've suddenly gone on. We'll be done with this in a moment, and then we'll get back to goofs. No, 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 you're not an anteater. Quit being an anteater. It's the curve that did it, I think. It needs to be sharp. No, that's still bad. That's still bad. I think I was fine right up until I got here. And just the smallest fucking shitty depressed mouth you had. Got it longer than that. This was probably some kind of bone. Tooth, maybe? Quite probably a tooth. Let's go with tooth. The thing needs to cover it up, though. It's underneath thereof. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's fun. That actually doesn't look half bad. I'm actually very surprised how well that turned out. Magina, the perturbed. There we go. What was the next one? Jom? That old Jom? Where are we gonna go? Draw a Minecraft piggo with a cigar. That'll be next, since we got some little bit of time left over. Actually, no, we don't, do we? Because it's about 9:41. I think I have enough time to get one or the other in. Which would we rather see? Would we rather see Jom from the hit Polygon video show Monster Factory, or a Minecraft pig holding a cigar? Jom's fine. Alright. So let me bring up that picture again. Nope, not this. Thanks for looking into infinity with me. Jom from Monster Factory. We're gonna go with this first Jom. Jom clearly went off the rails a little bit after that, but this is the and B has subscribed for 6 months in the land of the rising sun. Thank you so much. Apparently, according to Twitch, I've been subbed for 6 months, but I don't remember resubbing this month. So hey, y'all, hi. Thank you for stopping in. So we're looking at kind of this sucker right here. Okay, so you had the big face with the sleepy eyes and the bat nose and the, like, luscious lips, and then some wings and some fox ears, weird grabby claws for which to hug, and then you had a secret back butt. Excuse me, I need to click this real quick. Oh, that's apparently a YouTube video. That's fun. Okay. I'm sure I'm gonna hear that later. You can toss out a new sub message this month because they changed how the numbers work, and if you miss a month, you don't lose your entire badge history. That's good. So, how does this painting look? Let's do it sidewards. Just a big strip of green. Now I'm just watching Passepartout in the background sway wildly back and forth. It is a lot of fun. Like a dirt brown ring in the middle, because that's how the Spore character creator looks. There's like a slightly brighter tan inside, and then on the back there's like some trees. Oh no, I should probably put like a sky behind there first. So that's not just trees against an empty white void. That would seem pretty, that seems like it would be pretty disturbing. What are we painting? Well, currently we're about to paint Jom from the hit internet television program Monster Factory. I'm not sure how that's gonna look. Be honest with you, I think it's gonna... I don't feel like I'm gonna be able to make it happen the way I want it to. It's already so specific a thing that, like, making it more is gonna be a little bit challenging, but we're just gonna finish up our background and then we'll get into Jom. You just kind of make jagglies. That's how a tree goes. Kind of make jagglies and then maybe put some jagglies off the other jagglies. That's just what a tree look like. Toe to tip, that's a tree. Arborists agree, just like trees. God retires, can make no more trees. She's figured it out, he says. Why not Ellie? That's a very good joke. How... Okay, how the fuck do you look, you terrible asshole? There's... Alright, I'll tell you what, just because I kind of know how I want this to go, let's take just a second and put ourselves like a fire burst up here in the corner. We're gonna need this fire burst later. Right now it's just there for scale. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this is not hard because Jom was basically just a series of, like, descending pink circles, right? It had some leg. Weird tan bottoms with toes on them. I'm just gonna crank this up here a little bit so you understand that that is a leg and that's where a leg starts. Outlines are so hard, y'all. I'm really quite bad at them. On an unrelated note, is it just me or is CAPTCHA becoming even harder to use? I haven't used a CAPTCHA in so goddamn long that I have no idea how to answer you that question. I do not go on websites that require me to CAPTCHA. I go on Gmail, I go on Mastodon, I go on porn sites that don't care who you are. I have trouble with CAPTCHA every time. I hate it. Okay, good. So at least it's not just you. You had another leg up front that was basically exactly the same, except I've drawn it a little bit shorter. Let's fix that. A little bit thicker, the front trunk. They're like swoons. You know, like Strong Sad has. I actually don't know if that's the real word for an elephant's foot, but it is what Strong Sad calls his elephantine legs. Swoons. So hey, there's a strong bad fact for you. We're just getting in on all of the hot properties today. That sucks, but also woohoo for you. I've always been bad at using CAPTCHA. Like, I feel like the last time I tried to use a CAPTCHA, they did get, like, more esoteric, right? Because they're wanting you to do the damn work of, like, putting the self-driving cars into motion so that the self-driving cars know what the fuck stop sign is. That's what those were being sourced for, right? Or am I just imagining that? It seems to be the case. Alright. Don't they also train military AI? Ooh. I also really hope not. That's double not good. Not that they were good in any way before, but if there was a little bit of goodness in there, it's gone now. You're just kinda... I tried to put white circles on these fucking things to be like the toes on Jam's thing, but that's just not how it went. Like, I would have to draw the circles in, and there wouldn't be, like, space for the actual white to be, so pretend they are there. Don't they also train military AI, elephant feet, or CAPTCHA? I would say both. I know that if I were a trainee in the military, I think they call them recruits, and they told me that if I didn't shape up, I was going to be crushed by an elephant foot. That wouldn't be fun for me. No, like, no shame if that's what you're into or anything, but I myself would have a difficult time with that prospect. They're just like foxy ears right up front. And you'd have another visible one, like, right over here. And, like, really big eyes, but they're very sleepy. Let's just outline this while we're about it. We're gonna have to erase part of it when we put the damn hug arms in, but for right now it's fine. And then back here is the secret butt face. The idea that squishing is the impending punishment for your fuck-ups has always been a very real and terrifying idea. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, B. I didn't mean to do that to you. Pardon my pause. I was just taking a sip of this beer. It's a... So I went down to the beer store because I had some birthday money rolling around in my pocket. And I was like, what can I get that's, like, interesting that I wouldn't ordinarily get because it's too much of a, like, risk? And you know that Shiner makes a seasonal beer that tastes like a s'more? It's very good. It's surprisingly good. No, that's the same tan. I don't want the same tan. It needs to be white there in the middle. It's actually very difficult to tell, but I know. I meant it as a joke. Okay. Good. I'm happy that I didn't, you know, send you into a bad place. I liked the other beer better. Yeah, we bought 2 beers, one of which was the Shiner S'more. I'm just gonna dank over this whole thing and redraw it. One was the Shiner S'more, and the other was the Ballast Point Victory at Sea. And the Victory at Sea is better, but that's, like, fine. Like, that's a thing I could have guessed, was that that beer was okay. What I'm more surprised by is that the beer that's supposed to taste like a s'more tastes like a s'more and also is tolerable. We're just gonna fill in the ear right here. Let's do the whole thing and then we'll put the thing back onto it. They're so good they're allowed to put skeletons on their labels. Is that a thing you're not usually allowed to do? I can think of a lot of beers that have skeletons on their labels. My main fear, which I know is irrational but still persistent, is that the person stalking me, who I know isn't real but my mind says is real, will strangle me for fucking up. Yeah, that's a bad one. I'm sorry that that's a thing. I suppose I'm fortunate that my rational fears are much more esoteric. Like, I'm mostly afraid that cars will open up and eat me. Putting skeleton on your label is illegal. Skeleton is illegal, $200 fine. What is this, China? Where I think it actually is illegal to put skeletons on things? Or do I mean Japan? Was I an asshole right there? I know that specifically because of magic cards. Like, there's a bunch of magic cards that needed to be reprinted for Chinese markets because they aren't allowed to depict skeletons. Huh, so this was just a bad idea. I should have just gone with a circle for this, and I'm absolutely just going to. Yeah, the sunburst was a mistake. I mean, it did give us the space we wanted, so that's fine. To be fair, you basically force cars to board you by getting into them, but so a car eating you definitely comes from somewhere. Yeah, but I don't mean, you know, like the normal way. I mean, like, I'll be walking in front of a dark car at night, and then the hood will open up, and then just chomp at me, as though it were a mouth. It's not that... Oh, gosh darn it, I forgot to put in the huggy arms. The huggo arms demand respect. How do we do that? We go out like this... I'm glad I remembered that before I got too far, because that needs to be a lot thinner. With how much we're about to fuck up this image that we've made. Carvor. No, I have never seen the movie Christine, although I am aware of it. Got these weird flipper arms up here. And I'm fine just having the one. We can take it as red that the other one's back there. We'll pink that up. Up to about here, I think. Okay, so that's that. It's an excellent jom. It's not a bad jom. Early on in Kristie, the car does that to a factory worker while being assembled. The worker sticks their arm into the engine bay to assemble something, and the arm gets chomped. I absolutely believe you, that's a thing. It's possible that I did see this movie. Yeah, maybe when I was very young, and then shit kind of got dank. And, we go down like that. Let's do in that circle real quick, which I should have done in the first place. In the neck. Get a bit of a collar going like you do. Wow, this isn't gonna look anywhere the way I want it to look. But that's fine. This isn't high art. My advice to conquer this fear is to weld shut the engine bay of every car you come across. I feel like that's an illegal I feel like that would make illegal problems for me. I don't want to be an illegal problem. I want to just be like the kind of regular problem that I am. A little bit thinner than that. It depends on the court's interpretation of vandalism law. I think making it so that someone has to, like, de-weld? Do you de-weld something? I don't know. De-weld their car in order to get into it is at the very least being a public nuisance. And I would rather remain a private nuisance. Please and thank you. There's... So at some point in the car's life, the angle grinder is going to be used to open a hood anyway. This is true of all cars. I believe you. You know more about cars than I do. So what I've drawn up here in the top left corner is your sweet baby brother in 30 under 30 media luminary Griffin McElroy in his blue checkered shirt that he wears all the time. Saying this was an error. Yeah. I think, like, it's actually not a bad Jom. I really should have just went with Jom and not tried to, like, get Trixie up in the corner, but here we are. This is what we've done with our day. A creator weeps. That's almost a meta commentary. So, that is 3 good paintings for us right now. We have ourselves a cat pirate, the high seas Garf on the high seas. We have Magina, the perpetually perturbed, and Ja'am. And which of these do we want to do painting with? Because it's getting about 10 o'clock, and these paintings usually take about an hour. We're having a split. Alice wants me to paint Jom. Lisa wants me to paint the cat pirate. Like here's the thing. I kind of don't want to paint Jom. I kind of don't want to paint Jom. B says cat pirate. That is 2 to 1. It's not that I don't like Jom, it's that I don't want, like, other people's memes to be our thing, right? I don't want that to be the deal. If you don't want to paint Jom, don't. We have our own memes. Yeah, exactly. I'm an unbiased dean who's definitely not part cat. Vote for cat pirate, okay. Oh, Steve, I'm gonna have to ask you to move out of the way. I do need to get to the cat pirate. So we're gonna God damn it, you hipster asshole. We're gonna draw a high seas scarf on the high seas. Let me just hit this button. And that's gonna do for that. So I'm gonna go to a BRB screen. And I'm gonna set up the webcam and the easel, and when I get back, we're gonna do real life painting onto the webcam. We're not gonna do it onto the webcam, we're gonna do it onto a canvas, but the webcam's gonna be looking at the canvas. So stick around. We will be right back. So I finally figured out what studio mode's for. It's for doing shit exactly like this, where you need to get a shot set up, and then you make sure it's ready before you transition, and so it looks good, like you're a professional or something. I've fooled you. We're back. Let's get you... I thought this was fine. Let's get you peeking out a little bit more, though, Chris. Just twist you a little bit, and then set you back here. There you go. Much more comfortable. Is that what it does? Holy shit. Yeah, exactly. I've discovered some sort of secret tech. So at the right there we got our Garf on the High Seas picture, and in my hands I have a variety of brushes. I'm trying to find the damn pencil brush, the one I use for outlines, which is presumably in here somewhere. I don't know if it's called a pencil brush, by the way. I've just kind of made up what things are called. I'm certain that someone who considers themselves an actual artist would, like, want to correct me, and then I can tell them to go fuck off. I'm drawing a picture of a cat pirate. We do have some licorice black, so we're just gonna stamp the hell out of that. Shake it up like the cars. Peel the plug that's apparently formed inside there. And there we go. And we'll start on our background. So like I say, pretty much every single time we do one of these, when I paint digitally, I'm going to take this off of editor mode, because that's really freaking me out. How do I make it not this? There we go. So, like I say, when I'm doing this, like when we're painting digitally, it's easier to go from back to front because it's really easy to draw over stuff. But when I'm working on an actual canvas, then working front to back is helpful, which means we need to get all of our outlines in first, and then figure out the background and stuff as we go. It's been a minute since I've actually looked at the Garfield painting, to be honest with you. And I'm really liking it. I think I made Garf kind of a hunchback a little bit. But hey, that's what we do this for, so we can fix our mistakes. Pencil brush 3-wood. That's a pretty good 3-wood. I was about to say he's his more successful brother, but Guybrush is a really successful pirate for someone who's a really shitty pirate. So how do we want to do this? Let's just Garf it up first, I think. We'll get the ears in. We'll start with the ears. Why am I starting with the ears? Why am I doing that dumb thing? No, start with the pants, you dumbass. Give yourself a little bit of an idea of what your fucking scale is before you just go full into the ears. Fuck. Alright. I get upset at myself sometimes. I'm sorry that I'm using such harsh language at me. You don't need to be here for this. Guybrush is the dude with the terrible character sheet, but the best dice luck in the whole world, right? He just keeps pushing himself into more and more great shit. What is the name of that, what is the name of that 3rd edition thing? It was always deeply forbidden whenever I did campaigns. It had a bunch of bard resources in there, and there was luck, which could be used to, like, fix literally any fucking roll you ever made that was bad. It was absolutely shit-ass bonkers. There we go, a little bit better curve there. He does have 19 charisma, but he keeps failing, especially on charisma rolls. The complete bard is the equivalent in 2e. It's also called the complete bard in 3e. Wow. We were not allowed to use anything out of that book. That book was gross. And there's our sleeve. Make that a little bit thicker. This is a good brush. This isn't the brush I was looking for, but it absolutely works well. The Complete Bard was no worse than any of the other complete books. I don't know. I'm willing to believe you. I remember having the Complete Adventure, and I feel like that just had a lot of shit in it. Not a lot of shit. I mean a lot of, like, items and stuff, none of which were super awful. People just hate bards. I don't hate bards. I really like bards. As you might know, I had a troll bard. We just spent a while talking about her. I drew her here on stream. I did say she was an orc. That's me fucking it up because I am 3/4 of the way down this Shiner Spore. The whole complete series of books collected classes, feats, and items from a whole mess of splat books because it was impossible to just say, I want all of the cool stuff for a fighter and go to one book and get your answer. Oh yeah, probably also got a bunch of the stuff in, like, Dragon Magazine, right? Or Dungeon Magazine, which one had the, like, player stuff in it? Because I feel like one of them was for players and one was for DMs. Alice has posted a picture of her new blue mage look in chat, and while I can't look at that right now because I'm doing very important brushwork, I'm certain it looks adorable because she has actually quite good fashion sense, especially in Final Fantasy. Which is why for her, like, Hildebrand streams, I basically just made the thumbnails a picture of Hildebrand looking like a goofy asshole and a picture of her awesome costume. Come back out this way a little, and then cut in. Move down from there. These are very thick lines. Not that I have a problem with that. They're just a little thicker than I maybe intended them to be. I'll tell you what painting does do. It gives your forearms a motherfucking workout. So, I understand it's late for some of you. Thank you so much for sticking around with me. I said it at the top of the stream. I think I say it literally every stream, and I mean it every time. This stream is the most fun thing that I do here on the channel. I love having this time to just, like, bullshit with everyone and do a little bit of art. Aw, dang. Aw, dang, old beans, all blasted. I've done goobered this, haven't I? 'Cause I should have drawn the kitty ears in before I did the top of the... thing. Now it's just gonna have a big old stripe across it. That's fine, I can blot it out with some other paint once we get back there. Get the eyes in, I guess. I gave myself a little bit more face room to work with. This is going to be the second combat cat I've painted on stream, which is nice. The other one, of course, being the Musketeer cat from... Oh god, was that in July or something? It's fine, now it's Escher's kitty. No, I'm certain I can make it look... I'm certain I can fix it. I'll tell you what, let's leave the black alone for right now. That's a pretty good... Oh, no. Because I want to get the... back drawn in. I had... Here we go. Some of this to wipe my brush off with. There we go. It was a while back. I could probably go figure, like, look at the VODs on YouTube and figure out exactly when, but Eh. That seems like work. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing work right now. I'm arting. The cannons first here, yeah. A big circle for a cannon here. Couple more. Let's add a couple more cannons in. Now that we know what our space looks like. Some people might tell you that them's is portholes. You gotta tell them. It's gonna be canon. It's gonna be canon. Just wait on it. Got a whole thing I'm doing. Art's about patience. Probably get another one in right here. Can we get a whole another one? It's kind of going to intersect with the back of Garfield the Adventurer, but that's fine. Hey, what was the name of that Sinbad cartoon about Sinbad? No, not Popeye Meets Sinbad. It was a Saturday morning thing. It was, I feel like it was Sinbad, Prince of Legend, or something like that. It had one of those very overwrought names. I just realized that Pirate Cats would be an excellent name for a sports team. You are not wrong. I would wear a Pirate Cats t-shirt. Wear a Pirate Cats jersey. Take it to my fucking works. Hey, we're doing team building, so everyone wear your favorite team jersey or what the fuck ever. Because everyone loves sports. Can't get enough of those sugar sports. Yeah, so we are gonna give the cannons a port out of the ship, which is not something we did in the digital version. Those cannons were just kind of pointed at a piece of the deck, and maybe they'd make their way through, maybe they wouldn't. Kind of wouldn't know till you fired. The San Bernardino Pirate Cats versus the UC Santa Cruz Banana Slugs. That's very good. Banana slugs are the fucking huge ones, right? Because they're the shapes of bananas. They're what banana look like. Ah yes, reverse cannons. The enemy will never see them coming. They won't have to, because they're busy ripping a hole in your own goddamn boat. Alright, I think that's enough black for right now. We need to get to work on something else. So let me find one of my bigger brushes. Let me find where I put down literally all of my fucking brushes. Here we go. And do we want to work on the, like, the sky sea background first? I think we do. Because I want to give all the rest of this time to set, and this is going to be the biggest chunk, and we can just basically do it whenever, because it doesn't interact with anything else. So let's do this way. I'm going to take some blue, some just blue-ass blue like we got. Dabba-dee, dabba-die. It fell on the floor. Hi, everyone. Here is my face. And we're going to pop it and lock it. Just whenever you want to come out, friend, it's fine. Take your own time. I don't want to rush you. It's got to be your decision. And do we just want to do that, or do we want this a little brighter? I think we want it just a little bit brighter than this. So let's throw, actually, I'll tell you what, do I have a green in here? No, that's a bad idea. Let's just go with white. Because I'm going to have to, like, double down on this. Also, I did just dump white paint while shaking that all over my Snuggie. So that's cool. Yeah, I know it'll never come out. It's fine. That's what a Snuggie's for. Oh wow, I shouldn't be wearing my TMDG shirt, should I? That's probably a bad plan. Oh well. We're doing it now. We in it. Alright, a nice sea blue there. And we're just gonna trace the waves first, I guess. Let's get some of the excess off. Because this needs to be nice and smooth. So we can have our outline. There we go. We just fill the rest of that in. Nice and even. Slow and steady. Clean, clear, and under control. One of these days I'm gonna quit fucking quoting commercials, makeup commercials from the 1990s, but it's not gonna be today. I got too much shit going on to stop doing that today. Like, I understand that the conceit was that these were, like, names of human sports teams. But I imagine that a band of pirate cats, has a bit of an advantage over just big slugs. I guess that kind of depends on how big they are. I'm the Wesley Willis of Twitch. I'm never going to be as good or cool as Wesley Willis. You don't need to say shit like that. I'm gonna throw some more white in there with the rest of the blue so we can lighten up the blue and make the sky happen. Oh yeah, that's much brighter. That's what we want. Yeah, that's noticeably bluer on stream. Okay. I mean, it's not like I was not going to use this color, because it's the color I want to use. I just was wondering how it was going to be over for you. But it's just fine. Careful on the edges. Get nice and easy with it. Here it is. So hey, here's something we haven't done before. I wonder if any of y'all feel like painting. Because the whole reason I do this, well, the whole reason I started doing it really, is because A, I wanted an excuse to paint, and B, I wanted to just like show that you don't need... Like, painting doesn't have to be high art, right? You can just do a thing and have fun. And if any of y'all felt like just doing some paint, I would love to see what you came up with. I don't know that I've tried painting before. It's honestly not very hard. Like, I hadn't painted very much before I started doing this stream. And I've done it once a month over the course of about the last year. And it looks like this now. Which, while, you know, it's not gallery standard or anything, it's certainly improved. And like I said, it's also just a lot of fun. I get to make a cat pirate happen. The last thing I've painted or drawn I've had full ass. That's not bad. My preferred art form is carving. I did not know that. I would love to see what you carve. Are they like chainsaw sculptures, or of like bears and fish? I was about to ask if you carve wood, but you kind of have to carve wood, don't you? You don't carve like marble, you sculpt marble. I think wood carving is pretty calming. While I've never done it myself, it's an artistic endeavor. I imagine it would be. I've been playing Cultist Simulator out here on the PC. And one of the things that I absolutely love about Cultist Simulator... Fuck, I should have gotten that first, shouldn't I have? It'll be fine. I tell you what, we'll just blue it up a little bit. We'll just blue it up a little more. One of the things I like about Cultist Simulator is that you can do paintings for your Dark God. And you know, there's a bunch of eldritch shit attached to it, and that's fun and all. But the main thing that painting as a profession gives you as a resource is contentment. And I look at that and I go, yeah. You feel me, Dark God. It's not actually carving, but it's me making an amount of wood into a few smaller amounts of wood and then obsessively sanding them. Yeah, that absolutely counts. If you, like, wouldn't mind, I would love to see something that you've carved if you wanted to send me a picture of something you've carved. On Mastodon. Well, I mean, you could post it here if you felt like it. But, I don't know how public or private you want this to be. Also, don't feel pressure to do that thing that I'm saying. That's a dumb thing that I'm doing. Don't do a thing you don't want to do. But I do like getting to know my friends better. Man, I really made that thick, huh? Let's get that less thick. I should be using a different brush for this purpose. This is too big a brush to be doing this fine of work. But well, we've gone and done it now. I'll fill in like little side bits here in a minute. I also need to fill in like this little corner where Garf's hands is. Actually, let me just do that while I'm thinking about it. Just find a slightly smaller brush. Remember kids, cut parallel to yourself for safety. Idea is bullshit. You basically lose all knife control. It's important to be careful with literally any tool you're handling, regardless of the type of tool or to what purpose. I mean, yeah, there are tools that like don't have the capability of hurting you really. On the other hand, maybe don't take the chance. You never know when an egg whisk could go exactly the wrong way. Just get in here. Nice and quiet. Nice and quiet. We'll put these tiny little strokes to bed. It's so okay, you don't even know. We'll just slide all these little scrats and scriggles. We'll just keep them right in. Am I whispering loud enough to be heard? I'm pretty sure I am. It's kind of creepy. Okay, I'll stop. Let's KSMR. It's not. Maybe I should stop before I like accidentally bonerize someone. What's the next thing? Let's check on figures on egg whisks deaths in the U.S., shall we? I'm certain it's higher. I'm certain it's higher than you think. Maybe not you think, but maybe the average person. Let's get the boat in, because I still really want to give Garf some time to dry before I try and fix these ears. How are that's up there? That's fine. We'll split this over here. We'll split it like the difference. Brown is so goopy. It's so thick. It's actually kind of upsetting. I love the cat's face. I love it every time I look at them. Yeah. It's a good face. When I first started doing this, I wasn't used to drawing like this, and so would routinely freak myself out. Because I would make, like, big I would make big, expressive ovals for the eyes to eventually go in. But every time I looked at them, it just seemed like empty, hollow, terrified eyes. Like, if you watch the first couple of streams I did for this, it's, I freak myself out a couple of times, and I'll go back to look at what I'm painting and go, huh, why did I do this? This was an error. Yeah, that's a little bit too... That's just a little bit too dark, I think. Let's lighten that up just a little bit. I also love all the art streams. Like, part of that is a confidence thing, part of that is, part of that was just having never done it before, which is almost the same concept. That better? Not really sure that's better. I mean, it's certainly brown. I mean, we can say that much about it. Like, it's brown. It is certainly there. It is green. Let's just slide some space off right there. Yeah, that looks fine. I was worried about it when I did it, but it's fine. It's something about the lighting here never makes brown look right, and I don't know why. Or maybe I have some sort of rod and or cone deficiency, F if I know. Just gonna slide right in there, yeah. Here we go, perfecto. Actually, let's just take this second and do that. All the way across the top, there we are. I really should take some pictures of my carvings. I've been thinking of carving an egg for a while. Maybe I'll carve an egg and take a picture for y'all. I would love to see your egg. Again, don't feel pressured. If you want to just keep a thing for yourself, that's absolutely fine. But I think that if we make art... No, that's probably going to get into like an argument about what art is and the purpose of it. I'm not going to do that. I would like to see your egg. If you do not feel comfortable showing us your egg, this is fine. I'm going to stop talking about it now. The definition of art is a question for greater philosophers than us. I don't necessarily agree. But that's... Anyway. This is like actually a conversation that I feel like having, but I don't know how to start it. It's like, I think... Nah. I've stopped and started this fucking thing 4 times. I'm just gonna stop. How is everyone? Enjoying your night? For some of you, it's almost midnight. Migraine pill finally kicked in. That's good. The definition of art is complicated. And is further muddled by the fact of, like who Arts should be for. Like, I'm going to use a wrestling analogy. I'm certain this will shock everyone. So, there's two wrestling companies that I really like very much. Actually, there's more than that, but I would like to focus on these particular two. One is Chikara Pro Wrestling, who I talk about a lot, and the other I talk about slightly less, but still really like, which is Hood Slam Pro, out of Oakland, California. So, both of these organizations come at the idea that professional wrestling is an art form. They both very much agree on that core concept, and then go radically different with it. Because Chikara says, well, if what we're making is an art form, let's make it for everyone. Let's make it accessible, let's make it kid-friendly, let's make something that explores interesting themes and gets into some bones of some current event stuff, but we can still make it something that can be digested by everyone. And so Chikara is very family-friendly. It's a very nice place to be. Hood Slam says, wrestling's art. We're the artists, and therefore we're going to make whatever the fuck we want. And if you don't like that, you can absolutely go fuck off. Their catchphrase at Hood Slam Pro is "fuck the fans," which is a pretty good summary. And I don't think either of them are wrong. I think it's just very different, and I think that the conversation about why they're both correct, being so diametrically opposed, is interesting. I think you just sold me on Chikara, which I hope is the correct spelling. It isn't. There's a K. It's Chikara. They have free matches on their YouTube website, on their YouTube internet video website. If you want to have a look at that. I've dropped some red onto my palette real quick, because we're going to start on the vest. This took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. Fortunately, we don't have a lot to do. We basically just kind of need to color in Garf and then do the cannons, and we'll be done. Chikara is dumb and fun, and one of the characters is a crab. There are actually multiple crabs. Well, I guess there's Hermit Crab and Cajun Crawdad, and Cajun Crawdad's a crawdad. I don't know if a crawdad's a type of crab or not. They also have stuff like Jeremy Leary and Lucas Calhoun, who can say that they're a biker gang all they want, but they're absolutely coded Antifa. There was a promo that they did a while ago with a third person for, was it for King of Trios? No, it was slightly before that. But the whole time, Lucas Calhoun's very seriously staring into a camera, asking, "Are you with us, or are you going to be in our way?" wearing a shirt that gleefully said, "Punch more Nazis." It's one of the best promos I've seen all year. Alice, is that the crab you sent me, or is it a different crab? Is the crab like Zoidberg? No, Zoidberg's just like sad and a little dumb. The hermit crab's very angry. He's very angry all the time. I sent a crab. Oh, Patrick Duffy and the crab. Wow. So they're talking about a video that I showed Katie on our date night because it was important. It's I was listening to some old Bim Bams, and Justin McElroy mentioned this video about a crab daring Patrick Duffy to eat a dime. So of course I had to look that up, and it super duper exists and is very funny and super weird. How do I have you? These are more vertical stripes. More vertical, but still kind of diagonal. We're just gonna leave a little. We're just gonna leave some room for Elijah right there, because we need to draw the cat ear back in when we go back and fix the. Go back and fix the ears. So why is this particular thing a pirate thing? Like the red and white stripes. Does that come from French seamen or something? Not that way. Merchantmen? A different thing. Another more different thing than that. Is that the black one? Yeah, that's it. What happened to my... Here we go. I'm just going to drop this in here real quick. It'll come back out. Zoidberg does also get angry, it's true. The thing about him being angry is him getting angry is very ineffectual. Hermit Crab's actually a dangerous competitor for whatever that means. Grab a little black here, and we will just fix the ear up like that. And I think, is that all of the black we need? I think it is. So, gosh dang it. Beans. Heaps of cornbread. I needed to get the yellow out of here, and I didn't get the yellow out of here. Oh, no, I sure did. Never mind. Fuck it. It was hiding. Aha! It's fine. It's fine, everyone. Right, it was hiding. It was yellow, so it was hiding. Like an Old West man. Like the Old West men say in the Old West. We need some yellow to add to this red to make Garfield orange. I think the red and white stripes come from some naval flag. It probably originated in a movie or something. That makes sense. No, I'm disappointed in myself more, B, because I knew that a thing was going to happen. Listen, I don't think the French cum blood naturally. And anyone who tells you that I do, that person's not a friend to you. No, that's fun. Have a look at this. Just a little ketchup and mustard rotating in there. I just keep swirling it. Just keep swirling it and swirl it till... What does it become? That's right. Thousand Island. So good. Nah, we need to throw some more yellow in there. That's not too, we need to make that a little bit brighter. And now we've been banned from Twitch. Yeah, I mean, it was always gonna happen. This is so... not the right color. Let's just actually just dank it the hell up with some white. Just a little drop. Make that. Nope, just one drop. Just one drop. There we go. Beans is another goddamn McElroy thing, because you can't get away from them. As much as you try. Listen, they're very good at their jobs. There we go. And I give you a little bit of a, like, tummy, so let's go like this. Give the tummy some room to breathe. And then we just fill all of this in with our nice calligraphy brush. My body feels so sore, honestly. Because leaning back and forth to get these brush strokes in is basically like I'm doing crunches. So I'm gonna have some good abs tomorrow. Gonna get me a 20-teen pack. When all the ladies and fellas and others come up to me and say, "Hey, yo, where'd you get all them abs, girl?" I'm gonna say, like, painting. They're gonna look at me all confused. I'm gonna tell them, no, I bought them at the App Store like everyone else. You think I'm made of money? Here we go. Artistry, the next big workout? Right. That's how it feels when I do Lego. I'm glad I only stream Lego once a week, max. Yeah, right. Actually being physical for a Twitch stream kind of feels wrong. It feels like I'm doing Twitch wrong. But, hey, we have a whole 5 people in the chat, so we must be doing something, right? I'm very happy for each and every one of you. I'm glad you've chosen to spend this time with me. As I dutifully fill in an orange cat's face. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're not going away. Oh no, look how thick that line is still underneath all that. Tell you what, we are just gonna big spot of bother and just daub it right across there. And it's gonna make the painting look uneven, but I don't care. And I'll tell you what, I think that's actually kinda gonna do it for Garf. Well, we need to fill in your eyes here still. And your arm. Before I forget. Before I forget this. Listen, I'm a white kid from the Midwest. It was my duty to like Slipknot for a little while. They have some songs that are fine. That all the orange? Yeah, that's all the orange. What's next? We're gonna have to wait for the orange to dry before we can get the black on there, and I think I might actually just do that off stream because we are running a little over time. But I tell you what we will do. I'll tell you what, let's just grab the pencil brush real quick. And just daub in the eyes real quick so you don't look quite so dead. That was a bad mistake, and I shouldn't have done that way. Here we go. Let's give you some angry eyebrows, too, so we know you're ready to fight. And for the very last thing we're going to do, we're going to take this silver. And we're gonna use it to fill in the blade here and the cannons, and then that'll be it. I'll continue doing the rest of this. I'll just, because we do have a little bit more fine detail to do, but it's late and I do need to, like, I don't want to hold y'all for too long. Five people is a lot of people. Imagine 5 people in a room. I don't dare to. 5 people is too many people. One of these goddamn things is a flat brush. Here we go. That's the one I wanted. Foxy boxing. Here we go, and we'll just leave it and pass it on down. Wow, you are thin as fuck. It doesn't feel like you should be. Imagine 5 people in a room for 2 hours. That's a lot of people. We had up to 10 for a little while. I kind of want to, like, fuck up some black in here, but I'm pretty sure that's going to ruin the metallic effect. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to, like, do anything to silver. Two people, 5 people in a room over 2 hours, yes, is basically our streaming space. Because it's me, and it's Katie, and it's Alice, and it's Sue, and it's Annie. I'm sorry? Oh, okay. That's not including the couple of dogs. It's a whole thing. Also, imagine 5 people in an IRC chat talking to and about the person they're watching do art for 2 hours. Sometimes I do, and it terrifies me. I feel like I should be doing a better job. Not that I think I'm doing a bad job or anything. But sometimes I just get tired of hearing myself talk. Like, I understand that commentary is kind of the reason for the season. Like, I could just be completely silent and do this, but I don't think that's interesting. I just got a bunch of orange and blue on my hand, didn't I? Sure did. It's fine. I don't like this chair that much anyway. I do like this. I do actually really like this chair. I got this chair at a garage, not a garage sale, at a thrift shop. And it's exactly the kind of chair I was looking for, the kind that I thought I wouldn't find. But it's like a church chair. It's like big and wide and has these arms that go all the way up the back of the seat. So I can just sit in the whole damn thing cross-legged. It's very nice. You're doing a great job. You have a very calming accent. Okay. I don't feel like I have much of an accent. Of course I have an accent because I speak. If you speak, you have an accent. That's how that works. There's not a default accent. But I grew up around people that sound more or less like me, so... Zima. Let's... I'll tell you what, this won't take us too much longer. I'm just gonna grab I'm just gonna grab a little bit more black, and I'm gonna do the black stripes, and then we'll be done. I know I said I was gonna quit, but I am actually looking at this, and it's driving me crazy that the black pieces aren't on there. If you have to leave, I appreciate that you have to leave. Please do take care of yourself. I appreciate you coming in. We are going long. But, I just want to make stripes happen real quick. I really should have chosen a different brush for this. That's like the third time I've said that. It's been true literally every time. What I'm saying is that I should learn a damn lesson. I've got no clue where my accent came from. Most of the time it's awkwardly strong Canadian accent, but when I get angry or raise my voice, it becomes Scottish. Are you from that, like, space of, that area of Canada that's basically just a lot of Scottish expats? There we go, that's a good stripey boy. Assist. Get some whiskers on there. The default human accent is Tommy Wiseau's. Please get out of my stream. You are not welcome here anymore. So that's really close to being done. Let's take just a little bit of yellow, exactly 1 drop of yellow. I'm not going to dirty any more brushes. I'm just going to work with what I have right now. I'm from the Greater Toronto area. So then it is a mystery. There we go. Now just a little bit more of this. Toronto, as far as I know, doesn't have a large Scottish population. You would know better than me. I listen to I've listened to, watch, and in all other ways consume content from Loading Ready Run, and they live on Victoria Island, which does have a lot of British and Scottish expatriates on it, or did, or still do, but they're old now, and now it's the kids of those people. He had his dad on to cook, like, shortbread with him over Christmas. Did Graham Stark of Loading Ready Run. Loading Ready Run is a lot of people. But he very much has a light accent that comes from some sort of isle. Alright, there we go. We got it there. We got all of it there. I'm just gonna set this down back here very quickly. That's the palette. And I'm gonna stretch my back because I haven't done that in a very long time and it hurts. And let's bring this close to the camera, angle it up so you can have a better look. There's Chaboy, High Seas Garfield on the high seas. Everyone loves the Garfield. He is a terrific pirate. What a wonderful sea burglar we have here. Right. That is gonna be the stream. Again, I am sorry we went long. I didn't think this was gonna take as long as it did. Maybe I should just get quicker. My accent's kind of embarrassing me because it's really out of place in this area. Well, I think if anyone doesn't like your accent, you can tell them to go fuck themselves. Garfield, more like Swordfield. There you go. So I'm going to drop the music you're hearing currently for just a second and switch it out with some music that you're probably pretty used to hearing by now. The song is Clock Tower by Xenon Fiber. Thank you, Xenon, for allowing us to use your music. I don't think you've ever allowed us to do it. We just started doing it and you never said no. So, thank you so much for coming in with me. I've been Kristie. I'm one of, as we said, 5 people who stream on this channel, along with my wife Katie and her sister Alice, who's been in the chat, and their other 2 sisters, Annie and Sue. Is that correct? Did I miss someone? No, I didn't. It's fine. I think you DM'd me. Okay, wonderful. And we stream every single day on this channel. Usually, sometimes we take days off for one reason or another. But if you wanted to follow us, you could do that and see when we go live every single day. Let me run down our schedule so you know what you're getting into. Starting tomorrow, not starting tomorrow, continuing tomorrow, which is Tuesday, Andrea will be playing a game, right, Pyre. I forgot she was playing Pyre. It's a very good game. It's a sports anime about fantasy basketball. It's very good. There's a talking dog in it. There's more than one talking dog in it, and one of them's a Cockney punk. It's they just met a very courageous worm. It's such a good game. Please do drop in for that. Wednesday will be our usual community day stream. We missed last week just because we had other stuff we were doing, but we will, as far as I know, be doing more Minecraft next Wednesday. If you're a regular, you're very welcome to join us. We'll get in touch with us and we'll figure out how that goes. Thursday will be Alice. Alice will be continuing her Lego Anthem Mack truck build. It's a big old build, and she's maybe a quarter of the way done. Maybe. It's so big. She finished up most of the framework, the first few steps over the course of yesterday or last week, and there's still a lot of skeleton to put on there. Friday will be the 5th episode of Press Any Key, the show where I find a bunch of fun small games for Katie and she plays them sight unseen from itch.io. Our theme this week is a fruit vegetable thing. We kind of came up with it on the spur of the moment. Now I got to figure something out. So no one knows what this is going to be like currently. So that's very exciting. Saturday will be me in the morning because we don't stream Saturday nights. I will be playing Magic the Gathering, probably. Doing more Ravnica drafts because I really like the new set and I really like drafting. That's pretty much the only way I like playing Magic the Gathering. Anyway, that's not a conversation for right now. Sunday will be Sue. Sue will be continuing her playthrough of Earthbound, the second in the Mother series. And that will continue to be fun. She is in Threed right now, has just gotten there, so we've got Paula, we're gonna meet Jeff, we're gonna meet King Giant Slimebooger, whatever the fuck his name was. And that's gonna be just a grand old time. And then Monday will loop back around to me. And I'm saying this because it's the last time that I have to tell you, this is your last warning. Next Monday, I'm going to start playing Crypt Worlds. I drew Ja'am today, and what I want you to know is that this game is weird by my standards. It's going to be an interesting experience. I'm going to need help from you to keep me on the level. Please show up. It is a game, as Alice is saying, by women for nobody. A quote from their website. It will be a whole thing, and that is our schedule. What else? You should follow our stream friends. You should follow Xenon Fiber. at twitch.tv/xenonfiber. You should follow Andy at twitch.tv/andymonium. You should follow Riz Plays Games at Riz Plays Games. You should follow B at In the Land of the Rising Sun. And they are all streamers that are worthy of your time and attention, amongst all of the other streamers that are also worthy of your time and attention. But these are the ones that we know personally, and thus want to see succeed. It's a rough world out here. It's tough for a pimp. What else do I need to say? You could subscribe to us if you wanted to support us monetarily or throw bits at us. It's absolutely unnecessary, but we appreciate it. It does help us make the stream a little bit better. And I think that's everything. Thank you so much for being with me while I did a bunch of weird art, while I drew this wonderful sea cat. And until I see you next time, stay safe.